Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dark Dreamer, and I just want to show you a little movie, little video on how I hunt in wormholes. I really don't do much of it anymore, but this is how you hunt and track down targets just using D-scan. Now, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of you that mostly know this, and I'm sure I'm probably not doing it the most efficient way, but I've seen a lot of people who are very unclear on how to further manipulate their D-scan for better hunting results. So here we are in J104321. It's at class 2. This is my home hole. I am just hovering just under 7 kilometers away from my home hole, and I've hit D-scan. And as you can see here, I've got a whole bunch of towers. 1, 2, 3, 4 towers. Only one force field, so I know there's one active one. But the interesting thing is this Ileron 5 here. And as you know, I'm in a well, maybe you don't know, I'm in a stealth bomber, and one of the stealth bomber's favorite targets is industrial ships. So I know there's one present in the system, but how do I go about finding it? Just using D-scan. Well, the answer to that is using what I call focused or targeted D-scan. And to do that, we need to reduce the angle down to the lowest availability, which is 5%. And you can either do it on screen like this. Some people prefer it like this. Just a single click on your ship creates this little tiny circle here. You can use that as a viewfinder. Bring it up over something. D-scan. And it'll actually D-scan that item for you. In fact, I'll try and do the sun. It's a little tricky because the sun glare is so bright. Man, maybe we'll get it placed. Oh, there you go. See, there's the sun. Let's try this one down here, and again, you'll concentrate on this tiny little circle here. Okay, chesty cough. So it tells me there is a tower here. We right click on that. See, it has 4 moons. And so the next thing you need to do is fly. I know we fly to the planet or to an outer moon. Let's do an outer moon. Let's go to 4. Warp within 100. I know it was on my D-scan and there was no bubbles, so I don't have to be concerned about that. Once we land, I'll show you the other way of doing it. Alright, so we've dropped out of warp here. We're going to go to the map screen and find us. And to make this viewfinder, double click on us again, and we continue all the way in. Now I have that viewfinder again, I'm clicked on it, so we're looking through this bigger outer circle. And we're going to put it over, we'll go, this is Moon 3. So kind of maybe just work our way in. So put it over Moon 3, I have my angle at 5%, hit D-scan, nothing. So we know it's not there. I will just check my targeting. Yep, alright. So let's do this next outer one here. That is Moon 2. Are you my lucky moon? Yes, you are. Alright, and no bubbles came up, so we know it's not a trap. We'll just warp to 100 of it anyway. And that's basically how you do it. Now, go 100%. Still not found my missing active pause, which is the one I'm really interested about. So we'll have another go finding it, and I'll give you an opportunity in case you kind of didn't catch something, and then we have our tower, and an incapacitated bat gun, and you can show info on the tower and see who it was. Naughty chest bumpers leaving their trash all over the place, making wormhole space all untidy. Tisk tisk on you, my friends. Alrighty. So I often find, actually, when I'm doing this, the best way is to always use the map. And gonna click on ourselves, and then we can come out. So as you see, I have my bigger targeting circle, and we are gonna place that over these other planets and scan. Nothing there. Nothing there. Now you have to remember that sometimes the reason why you don't get anything is potentially because maybe it's outside of your 15 AU search area. So we'll target this one. Okay, Caldari Tower small. We can go investigate that later, but really I want to find this active pause. Normally the active ones tend to be closer to the sun. So let's maybe work our way in. Yep, that doesn't have any moons, so that's no good to us. That's the other Minotaur Tower. Aha. I think it's this one all the way out here. Looks actually like I might have a bookmark there. Maybe one of my court mates have already been in here. Yep. So there we go. We see that I have found the active tower. My Ideron is there, possibly with pilot. Normally most people put them at Moon 1. We'll have a look at Moon 1. Just fly to 100, make sure we don't fall on top of it. There's no bubbles, so again, I don't have to worry. Let's see if we can find it. Right, and there you go. See me shooting across the system. What I have here. Oh, looks like that was a null wormhole. And just a spot in the system. Alright, so again, we click, double click, so we can zoom in. I didn't apparently land at the pause, so I'm guessing, but we're clicked here. I'm guessing Moon 1 is not the pause. Since this only has 2 moons, I wouldn't really need to scan, but we'll do it anyway. We'll place the target over, hit scan. I'll just show you, make sure I'm not cheating. Nothing. Scan. Up to within 100. And let's see, maybe we have an active pilot. Maybe this will turn into a PvP video. I think shooting an industrial from a stealth bomber really shouldn't count as PvP. As fun as it may be. Oh, look, we got all sorts of pretties come up. Okay. So, voila, here we are. And here's this active pulse in all its beautiful glory. And with all those terrible, horrible new icons. Please, CCP, do something about it. But here we have our Ideron. It is empty, Ideron 5, Ideron 5, unless their name is Ideron 5, and I don't think it is. So there you have it. You know it's not active. Now I'll show you one other thing. Maybe those of you new to wormhole space, your CEO is always yelling at you to put your stuff away. That is for a tactical reason, because we can actually right click on that and go to pilot, show info. That'll tell us who this pilot, well, the pilot that last piloted this. If I wanted to camp this, I would know now that Mike C sometimes flies an Ideron, and I've actually already got them on contact, but I would add them on contact. I'll just add neutral for now, add them to our watch list, and they would come up line, either online or offline, and I would know that that pilot is either online or not. Great way of starting to build a database of who's in this wormhole. So if you were trying to camp it, that would be pretty useful intel. That pilot's in there, put them on a watch list, know when they've logged on, You know they fly on sometimes, which is juicy targets. So that's pretty much all. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about the sound. Uh, I'll work on getting better sound. But hopefully you learned something. So, happy hunting.